Alright, ladies and gents, timed edge, coming back for the second part of the day, New York session. We are locked in. I've got currency futures triad in front of me. I said this morning that if price was above this, we were going through these few candles, open, high, low, close theory, and you can see how if you open lower, higher close, we then tapped into standard deviation. It gave us a reversal. There was no entry for us here. We did get the wick above here. We did get the taking the buy side liquidity there to sell short, but it didn't provide us with an entry. Okay, but if you get with, we have a sequential SMT at the high, a previous day's high. Equilibrium is the next target, and you can see here price is reacting from the 50% level equilibrium of the previous day's range. What do I want to see now? What am I looking for? I need a cracking correlation. Okay, at the moment we're around this 50% level. We're in a range daily profile. Okay, so I still need a little bit more confluence for me to take a trade. So we will see. We've got a little bit of news at 1:15. And then again at 3 p.m. So liquidity will be in the market. I think they've opened the US market, so the macro data will be released. So it's still a little bit of a waiting game. Maybe we're going to get something like this. One of these assets might take this London low. We could see a push high up into these internal highs here. Maybe, and then we might get the manipulation and then reversal to, sorry, this might push up higher, then we get the reversal tomorrow, the sell-off. If we look on the weekly time frame as well, I would quite like to see one asset rebalance to equilibrium and then a sell-off. So whether 6B actually gets up here, that seems to be the closest asset. But let's see, we will trade what we see. And on the index futures triad, we have got not a lot, no cracks on the 1 hour. We've got a daily forming here where YM is just above, but we are the range daily profile, so we're not. I need another confluence in order for me to take a trade. We've got news at 1 o'clock as well. This is GMT, so that'll be 8 a.m. New York, but all my trading time frame is in London. I've done multiple videos on this as well. Why I just stay onto UK time. Not really interested in ICT's bullshit. Anyway, so yeah, we'll wait. We need another hour to close anyway for me to have an entry. That's going to be 15 minutes off the news. So it is a waiting game until then. Where can I see price going to on the index today? Like I said this morning, right, we've had Monday was a large range day. Tuesday, definitely some macro data came yesterday. Massive trade if you got in at the top yesterday. Capitalized on that move, that's fantastic. But after these two large range days, I'm expecting a little bit of accumulation. Towards the end of the week, we might have, Wednesday might range today. I was expecting that yesterday, to be honest, after that large move, and then a manipulation in XAMD. Right, I was expecting that, but I think macro data drove the index market yesterday. You can see that across the board. That's why I was a little bit hesitant yesterday. It didn't quite take that high, so it's yeah. We'll just wait and see what happens. We need need the next 1 hour bar to form, so we've got another liquidity pool to be taken. Then we've got multiple liquidity pools for us, stacking confluences in order to take a trade, right? Timed edge model. So it is, yeah, a little bit waiting now. You can see how important these equilibrium levels are. What's the daily looking like? So yeah, if you can imagine, we've wicked below. This is previous week's low, Friday's low. We've wicked below that. This weekly equilibrium potentially could be a target, and that's why I like to use. That's why we use free assets, right? Because it might tap on one, and then you'll realise that it will run on the other, and then you'll be like, well, why has that happened? But if this is rebalanced over here, then the rest, the other two assets don't need to be rebalanced, right? It will move anyway, and then that's why you get these divergences in the market, and that's what we trade at timed edged. If you would like to get more info on how I trade, I mean, I do a pretty good job in these live streams, to be honest, if you just pay attention. But there is a Discord where you can join the others, and it's free. At the moment, 6E is rejecting the equilibrium. So we might possibly see something. What time is it? It's 12. It's normally the Judas as well, before the 8 AM open at New York. So this would be gearing up to set a trap to induce buyers or sellers into the market in a certain direction. I'm not saying everyone does, but the way I believe is that every specific time has a specific function. Okay, and this is just from what the confluences I've had from trading and looking specifically at time related. Tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out 6 London equilibrium as well, so we know where we are. No, nothing's been touched. Oh, so 6S has touched the equilibrium. No lows have been touched though, so we're just working within this area. I thought London was going to give us a little bit of a range, but we did have this expansion at 9 o'clock. I thought we were going to, because Asia expanded, so I was expecting a bit of an accumulation, but we did. I mean, 6B's accumulated, hasn't it? It's not really gone anywhere. Broke above, then broke below, wicked, stayed within a range. 6S slightly more. 6E, we had this candle here, but I suppose we are staying within a range. We haven't really come out of there, have we? We're rejecting here, and we've rejected here, staying within this initial range set by Asia. First quarter of the day sets up the trading for the rest of the sessions. So I like to profile Asia, it's very important. Just quickly do 6B. So 6B is above as well. I don't really need to mark that, to be honest. We haven't wicked below any assets. I was just thinking about a continuation. Are we going to continue lower? Because at the moment we're just rejecting the equilibrium. You can clearly see there it's found support at the equilibrium. These are important levels for you to trade. I found the 6 hour, the daily and the weekly equilibrium levels are they're definitely confluence for me to trade off of business, an area to do business at for sure. In terms of entries and stuff like that, yeah, I do use equilibrium as well. With news coming in at 1, I think price is probably going to dick about. We have got news at 3 as well, so it's going to be. There's no, I mean, the higher time frame SMT to get in before the news happened already. So if we are expecting a continuation, it's not really a clear draw of liquidity. I mean, we've got previous day's low. A few ticks away though. Is this just going to be another range? Is this going to be just another range and set up for Thursday? Thursday looks to be a positive day. Let's see if we can make some bank. If you follow me, I am trading my own capital up to $100,000. I'm trying to do it this year. Getting that push down on YM now. Taking out London high. Getting a confirmation that sellers are in the market. Above that, that's given us a daily, but we will need to see some form. We have to wait for this to close. This is the first divergence, then we need a second crack. Now, normally I'd wait for the 1 hour to give us a second crack, so I want to see one of the highs go, or some buy side taken above range high to take the setup in the opposite direction. Anyway, we've still got 34 minutes before that even happens, and I'm going to just a waiting game. Well, we've got 30 minutes to the next bar. I'm going to stop the stream and I'll be back on at 1. We've got to wait for the news and we'll sit for, well, no, and I'll continue to stream through the news and see if we can get us set up.